Defense. That's how we gonna win the game. The defense. What's good, people? It's your boy, Mr. Rome, Cowboys fan talk, right back. Like I never left, it's game day. Yes, sir. Cowboys play tonight versus the Cincinnati Bengals. It's some type of Simpsons special. You know what I'm saying? So all eyes on us as usual. Even though we don't have our fearless leader out there in Dak Prescott, I expect Cooper Rush to go out there and do his thing like he did last time he beat Joe Burrow. Now listen, as I've been saying for the last 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, it's a tumultuous time as a Cowboys fan. You don't know what you want to do. It's like you're looking at these college games and you've seen these amazing players and you're like, I want the draft pick. I want Ted McMillan. I want Luther Burden. I want Ashton Genty. You're looking at these players like, I want one of those. But then you also like, I like the momentum my team is building. I like that we won 2 games in a row. I don't know what it's really going to mean, but you don't want your team to get into a losing mindset because it's hard to break out of it. Some teams have been picking at the top of the draft for years, New York Giants, and it doesn't change things. First, you got to pick the right players. But secondly, it doesn't always change. You want like the perfect balance, you know? And I'm going to preach that until the season ends. You know, if we lose out, then we going to keep prepping for the draft. If we win out, but if we win out, then, you know, we're going to focus on the positives of the players that played good during that winning streak. So what we got tonight, how do we win? Defense. Micah Parsons, Micah and Overshown are our centerpieces of our defense. And Trayvon Diggs, but he's been coming off injury, trying to get back right, still recovering fully, I feel like, from that ACL tear. Hasn't been quite himself it's been kind of up and down the entire year. And sometimes that's what happens when you tear your ACL. It takes a while. And sometimes you show up like Micah and Overshown, probably better than before you tore your ACL. Some players just different. My point is, it's going to be Mike Zimmer and this scheme. This double-A gap mug scheme seems to really come on lately. You're starting to see the levels of his defense. And that's the thing I love about Mike Zimmer's defense, because before people play it, they're not used to it. We run a unique defense to chest our team. You know, Mike Zimmer runs his style of defense. And there's elements of Mike Zimmer's defense around the league, but the way we run it is different. So now that we understand it, it's really different for teams that haven't seen it. And it's almost like when people run the RPO and you run into a team that has a running quarterback for the first time all year, you're not quite used to it, so it throws you off. I'm expecting Joe Burrow to not be used to Mike Zimmer's system and have a little bit of a time trying to adjust. Let's just say that. So I'm excited about that. You know, I want to see what they do, the unique exotic blitzes that he does. You know he's going to be bringing O. You know, Micah Parsons is going to go out there, and Micah Parsons has a chance to do something crazy. Micah Parsons has a chance to catch up to Hendrickson. Hendrickson has 11.5 sacks. Micah has 6.5, if I'm not mistaken. In the short time that Micah's been back, he has closed the gap. If Micah goes out there tonight and has like 3 sacks, and we got to hold Hendrickson down, which is going to be kind of hard because Terrence Steele, our edges are bad. But let's just say hypothetically, Hendrickson gets a sack, Micah gets 3. Now Micah got 8, Hendrickson got 12. Now the gap is getting closed. It's not impossible. We have some okay teams going down the stretch to where I think Micah can catch. And I know someone's going to say, what does Micah catching people in the sack lead have to do with anything? Well, in a season like this one, when you don't got much to root for, you find things to be excited about. And I think Micah Parsons getting into the sack lead conversation will be kind of fun. What else we got to root for? Until we really get genuinely close to making the playoffs, I'm not about to come in here talking playoffs. I feel like that's crazy. We 5-7. We got to get to 6-7. And then we got to get to 500 before I even think about discussing that. And we got to play a good Bengals team that is not indicative of their record, how they actually play. And then we got to go play a Panthers team that just put the Eagles on notice of, are y'all good or are y'all not? I think it's great, though. I don't want to play bad teams the whole way down the stretch, and then it gets your mind thinking that we're something that we're not. I want to play good teams so we can do true evaluations. You know what I'm saying? I really want to see I want to see if Carl Lawson can keep this up versus good teams. I think Carl Lawson has earned himself a veteran rotational pass rusher spot. What do y'all think? Y'all let me know what y'all think. But I do think that the defense tonight, and I'm curious to see what we're going to do with the other corner position. With Butler being out, I want to see it. I haven't gotten the official word that Trayvon Diggs, Deron Bland, and Jay Lou going to start. But if they do, it's going to be kind of like the beginning of an era. I want to see what that looks like. Hopefully it'll make the Cowboys say, we got to make Jordan Lewis a priority going into the offseason. Because remember, he's a free agent. And I don't want the Cowboys to overlook that and be like, we can just throw anybody there. No. Let's finally do the things to make us look as dominant as I know we can. Does that make sense? Lastly, offense, man, I just wanted you to be competent, man. I want to see Rico Dowdle being the focal point. And I would love like that. Can we get some genuine targets, not some last ditch, the play broke down, horrible scheming for Mingo and for Flournoy. That's who I really want to see. No disrespect to Brooks or to Tolbert. I kind of see that Turpin deserves to be on this team next year. I got to see if Mingo is okay. Can he be a 3? This is the fight for the 3. I feel like we're going to draft our 2. We have our 1. Who can be the 3? Tolbert, Brooks, Mingo, Flournoy. Fight to the death. Who can be our 3? Because Brandon Cooks is a free agent. So I'm just trying to see, man. I hate that we're featuring Cooks. No disrespect to Cooks. I know what you are, man. I want to see what these other guys can be. Throw the game winner to Mingo. And if he's bad, then we can just know, okay, man, he ain't got it. But stop trying to force it and feature players that ain't going to be here. I'm sorry. And that might sound sacrilegious to some people. I'm just trying to win by any means. It's not win by any means season. It's win by evaluation. That's how I feel. I really want us to find ways to feature players so we can see, like keep featuring Schoonmaker. I know Ferg is back, but I want to see Schoon out there and Spanford. I want to see a good rotation between those two. You know what I'm saying? That's probably our tight end room. We probably have our 3 tight ends, but who's the second one? Is it Schoon or is it Spanford? Those type of things. That's all. That's all. I'm just trying to evaluate this team, man. 100%. And I'm going to be watching this offensive line. Brock Hoffman. Remember, Zach had that surgery. Brock Hoffman. Spotlight's on you. TJ Bass, if you get in the game, spotlight's on you. Let's see what you guys have. Brock, you talk a good game. You're a bully, and you got a lot of hijinks and antics. Can you genuinely be a starting guard in this league? Because I don't want Joe Looney. Y'all remember Joe Looney? He is good for the vibes and all that extra stuff. But he actually wasn't that great of an offensive lineman. He was serviceable, as in depth. And Brock Hoffman, you can be good for the attitude and the vibes and everything like that. But you might need to be good from the sideline. And we get a better player out there. If Brock doesn't look good, then we're going to have to use one of those picks later in the draft, because I want weapons, to get offensive linemen. But I'll wrap this thing up. Defense. Defense is what will win this game. If we can move Joe Burrow off his spot, not keep him on schedule, get him off schedule, we can have a chance. Micah Parsons, Micah and Overshown, I expect y'all to dominate. I'm expecting about, I ain't going to OD. I'm going to say 4 sacks between the two of them and a whole lot of pressures. 4 sacks. That's 2 apiece. I don't think that's too much to ask for. But y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think. What's y'all score prediction? Do y'all think we should win? Do you want to just focus on the draft? You don't care? Let me know. But I'll see y'all later for the live stream after the game. I holla.